Williams Show. Today, Hot Talk with funny lady Ali Wentworth, pop culture pundit John Murray, and newswoman Rita Cosby. Plus, Pantene celebrity stylist Tiffy Shorter gives two Wendy watchers a full-on hair makeover. And Sissy Houston's revelations about Whitney and Bobby. Now, here's Wendy.
Even better, because it's Friday. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about and cover in this show. First of all, we don't talk about Prince a whole lot, but apparently he's made a revelation that he doesn't like old people. Isn't he 53? Whitney Houston's mother is speaking out, and I got all the details. And you can't believe what Cameron Diaz is up to, and it includes hiring a life coach. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. You know, I wanted to share something with you. Here at Wendy, starting on Monday, we're kicking off our Live Like a Star month here on Wendy on Monday. All month long, we're gonna show you how to look like a star, dress like a star, feel like a star. We're gonna have all kinds of chances. You'll have a chance to win a VIP trip here to New York City. Well, take a look.
It's Wendy's Live Like a Star Watch and Win Sweepstakes. Watch every day for the word of the day and your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip to New York City to experience the city that never sleeps just like a star. You'll check in at Inc. 48, the city's trendiest hotel. Host to stars like Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Justin Bieber. Don't miss the rooftop bar and spectacular city views. Next, get ready to indulge in head-to-toe red carpet treatment at the world-renowned Elizabeth Arden Red Door Spa. Celebrity clientele is their specialty, so get ready to relax and be pampered. Then you'll dine like a star. From George Clooney to Jimmy Fallon, almost every celebrity has had a meal at the fabulous Palm Restaurant. Be wined and dined by the city's best. Now it's time to party like a rock star at Greenhouse, the nightclub that brings in VIPs like Rihanna, Usher, Katy Perry, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Feel what it's like to dance the night away like a superstar. Best of all, meet Wendy herself and attend a live taping of the show. Be spoiled. Be in NYC. It's your chance to live like a star. Enter to win, because we're shining the spotlight on you.
Fabulous, right? So remember, starting Monday, make sure that you watch our show every day, and you're going to look for the new word of the day to pop up somewhere during the show. And when you see the word pop up, you log onto my Facebook page, like it, and enter for the day's word, or enter that day's word for your chance to win, okay? So good luck. So Alicia Keys is celebrating her birthday today. Hi, Alicia, happy birthday. Can't wait to 32nd birthday at that. Yep. And she's coming to our show later on, well, she's coming next month. Yeah, for a chat and a performance, so that should be really fun. Look forward to seeing you. Have a good weekend, Alicia. So now it's been almost a year since Whitney Houston passed away. And her mother, Sissy, is now telling her story in a really revealing new book. It's called Remembering Whitney. And we have a sneak peek in People magazine, and some of the things that Sissy was talking about, she said, well, you know, Whitney did, when Whitney started partying, she did not know how to stop. Surprisingly, Sissy does not blame Bobby Brown for Whitney's problems with drugs, which is refreshing considering how many people have blamed Bobby in the past. Also, she still refers to Whitney as Nippy, which is her childhood nickname. And this is what she says about Bobby. She says, I think Bobby was Nippy's rebellion. Around him, she didn't have to be the perfect girl. Yet I don't blame Bobby for introducing Nippy to drugs. She then added, he didn't help her, that's for damn sure. A couple other things that she says in the book that she's very concerned about. She talked about her relationship, Whitney's relationship with her former assistant, Robin Crawford. I don't know whether you ever knew those years. That's Robin right there with the hairstyle, a cross between Kid and Play and Amber Rose, the blonde afro. But that was Whitney's assistant, and she says that Sissy didn't want Robin around her daughter and knew nothing about the rumored romance that they had going on, she knew nothing about those rumors. There was no romance as far as she knows. Sissy also admits that Robin did care for Whitney and was the first person who went to Sissy when Robin, realized that Whitney was having a problem with drugs. So, Robin subsequently ended up leaving the whole camp and going off and living a private life doing something else. I guess she couldn't watch, her childhood friend in such a state. And the final thing that I have to share with you about this book is that Sissy admitted that she's worried about her granddaughter, Bobby Christina. And if you saw that reality show on Lifetime, you see that there's reason to be concerned. So the book, again, is called Remembering Whitney, and it's in stores on January 29th. Yeah. So there are rumors swirling around that Cameron Diaz is going through a midlife crisis, which is so odd because she's not at midlife, she's only 40. I consider like 50 the mid. But anyway, and crisis, I don't know, but she's allegedly hired Gwyneth Paltrow to be her life coach. What makes Gwyneth Paltrow qualified? I mean, she's married to Chris Martin, who spends the majority of his life touring the world. At one point, it was rumored that they weren't even living in the same house. When he's not touring with his band, he's hanging out with Jay-Z. Then she was into the cupping thing. And doesn't she just seem, Gwyneth to me seems like gluten-free, no TV after 6 o'clock, one TV in the house, and it stays on lock until she's ready to pull it out and supervise what everybody watches. I don't know, but according to The Sun, Cameron has had a hard time since turning 40. She broke up with Alex Rodriguez. She's in need, she had to sort out her finances, which I try as I may. I never heard that she was having financial troubles. And then Gwyneth is at a point in her life that Cameron seems to really admire, so she's helping Cameron in terms of getting her finances in order. And even hooking her up with her trainer. Cameron doesn't look like she needs a trainer. She looks like she's doing pretty well with the trainer she has. But The Sun is also reporting that Gwyneth has forced Cameron to swear off sex because men will distract her focus. Exactly. That's a lie, but I guess as Cameron Diaz is, there's a time in a woman's life where your friends start to go off and do other things, like maybe have kids or, and get married. And, she's grown up with it right in front of us in Hollywood, practically. I mean, she's been around for a long time, this Cameron Diaz. And now, I guess she's saying, this party girl thing might be getting kind of dull. And these random relationships with guys like Diddy. And, remember she was involved with him for a moment, which I was questioning myself. I said, I guess she never wants to settle down because he certainly doesn't behave like a man who wants to settle down. Anyway, but reps for Gwyneth say that the sex ban is 100% false, which means that everything else is true. Anyway, good luck. I do always find it helpful to get advice not from a contemporary, though. Like if you're going through something like a midlife crisis and you need a life coach, it's always best to call, in my opinion, one of the older dolls. Whether it's my mother, who I'm fortunate enough, my mother is, funky and fly, and she's smart and she's able to talk to me, and I talk to her like that. But if it's not your mother, call one of your older aunts or something like that. Somebody who's lived a little bit and not willing, because a lot of older people, they don't want to tell you the real secrets. Like, how old were you when you lost your virginity? That is none of your business. Not me. I imitate my mother only because that's the only other voice I know how to do. But you have an older aunt who says that is none of your business, or a lady never tells her weight or her age. not that older person. I'm talking about the cool older person in your life who happens to be a woman. Anyway, so Prince. Prince is on the cover of Billboard magazine. And he's 54 years old. He looks ageless, but he gave an exclusive interview to the magazine. The interesting thing about him is that he told the reporter, don't pull out a tape recorder and don't even take notes. He requested that the reporter recreate the conversation from memory. Which sounds perfect, because we here at Hot Topics, do you know how much embellishing I would be doing on this interview? Well, I remember Prince said this, even though he didn't. Anyway, Prince reveals that one of his secrets in staying young is, well, you need to hear this one right from the Prince's mouth. He says, I don't talk to old people. Hold on. So strange. He says, I don't talk to old people. They try to find ways to stay static. Young folks are the ones with the ideas constantly moving forward. There's something to be said for that, but not talking to old people. I mean, have you ever seen some of the older people who sit in our Wendy audience? These are the fly, funky old people that you would want to talk to, right? However, I do have to agree with him that it is nice to surround yourself with young people. I know even my mom and dad, you know, they're retired, they live in Florida, and they've got friends that are their age, you know, 150. But then they have friends younger than me. My mother's still involved with her sorority. She goes to the sorority meetings. There's 35-year-old sorority girls there and 28, and she's always on committees and things like that. Plus, she has a daughter like me, so it keeps her, you know, youthful. But I also like to surround myself with younger people. I like to hear your ideas. My niece and I are very close. She's 21. A lot of the staffers here, I just love to pick their brains. It's not because I want to be 21 again. Nobody wants to go back there. But I like to know what you all are thinking. So, you know, it's a balance, Prince. Anyway, on a side note, you know, he is a devout Jehovah's Witness. And so, you know, do you know that he no longer performs some of his racier songs like Sexy MF and Darling Nikki? In concert? Yeah. He prefers not. What's going on over there? Oh. Pipe down. Doing Hot Topics. Anyway, Prince, you're weird. And short. But we love you. So, have you guys yet watched this show, Girls, on HBO? Okay. It's still catching on to a lot of people, but you know, the star of the show, Lena Dunham, she was a Golden Globe Award winner, and then Howard Stern made fun of her, and then he took it back, and now she's top of mind in a lot of households, whereas 3 weeks ago, a lot of people didn't know who she was. So Lena Dunham, the star and the director-creator, she's everything on her show. Anyway, she wants Rihanna to be a better role model. Now, Lena is a 20-something herself. You know, she lives here in New York. She lives in Brooklyn. And Lena says fame is a platform that you should have taken more seriously, to Madonna. She doesn't think that Rihanna is a good role model for young people. And here's what she says. Hold on, I have an opinion. I don't want to ever throw stones from my glass house, but I follow her on Instagram, and I just think about how many little girls beyond what I could even comprehend are obsessed with Rihanna. She also goes on to say, she's had this amazing career, she's won a Grammy, she's talented, and then she gets back together with Chris Brown and posts a million pictures of them smoking marijuana together in bed. And it cracks my heart in half in a way that makes me feel like I'm 95 years old. I mean, I get what you're saying, but when Rihanna hears about it, that little fat thing that Howard Stern called you, Lena, stay away from this girl. We know that she's a whole lot of trouble, and no young girls are following, want to grow up like her. They follow and look because they can't believe the crash and burn with all the talent. I feel like when I personally speaking, and I'm not one of the young people who follows her on Instagram, but when I look at Rihanna, I see a whole lot of talent being wasted in getting wasted. Or something. But I'm I'm entertained by her, and no, I wish she wouldn't get back with Chris Brown, but I wish she wouldn't do a lot of things. But Lena, I am telling you, Rihanna has no problem giving the business to anybody who has anything bad to say about her, and she will hurt your little feelings, something awful. So if I were you, I would just defriend her on Instagram and ignore her, or whatever it is. Is that what you say? Defriend on Instagram? Defriend? Unfriend. That's why I need the young people around. You see, Prince? All kinds of friends you should have. Anyway, celebrity breakups can be really messy, but this one particularly caught my attention. Do you remember the NFL star and the sportscaster Ahmad Rashad? 63, but looks eternally young. He's got big eyes. He was once married to Felicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable. There they are when they were married. Look and see the big eyes? Anyway, he's been with his new wife. Felicia and he divorced a long time ago. It was very messy and very in the headlines. Anyway, then he got with the next woman who he ended up wifing up. And her name is Sale Johnson. And they've been married since no, that's not his grandmother. That is Sale. They've been married since 2005. Doesn't it just look like he married her for a reason? And it had nothing to do with hooking up? I'm sorry, Miss Sale. But allegedly, they're headed for divorce, and it's getting messy, these two. Well, you know, they're living in a $5 million house in a luxurious private community in Florida. A lot of celebrities live in the same community, including Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, their neighbors. Well, therein lies the problem. Because you know the legend of Tiger. And Michael, you can tell Michael's up to something. Look how red his eyes are. And so allegedly, Rashad is close friends with both of them, and their bromance is one of the reasons, allegedly, according to the article that I was reading, for the divorce between Sale and Ahmad. Sources say that Sale doesn't approve of Rashad or Ahmad hanging out with Michael and Tiger, considering, you know, their legacies. And Michael takes Rashad to, or Ahmad Rashad, to Palm Beach nightclubs, and it's just a mess. And I wonder whether he'll get spousal support. See, this is interesting to me, because Sale Johnson is not just an older looking woman than him. I have no idea how old she is. We weren't able to find it anywhere on the Googler. But I do know that she was married to Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets. And as you know, Woody is the heir to Johnson & Johnson, stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids stuck on me, and you know, like that. So Sale married into the Johnson family, and like a smart girl, she kept the last name afterwards. And got a whole lot of money for it, but now she might have to pay Ahmad Rashad spousal support. I don't know. I'm following this story for you, and I'll report back. So, you know, here at Wendy, we love two things. We love shoes and we love hair. And people are always asking me for hair help, which I have to call in the experts for that. So we have Natasha and Shayla, who are two of our Wendy watchers, and they feel like they were in need of serious makeovers. So take a look, and I'll come back.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Natasha. I'm 28. I am a single parent, and for the last couple of years, I've been so focused on my kids. So for the new year, I would really like a new look. My hair is relaxed. I love my hair, but the only problem is it is damaged and uneven. Wendy, can you please help?
Hi Wendy, my name's Shayla. How you doing? I'm a newlywed and a new mom, and I'm going to be heading back to work from maternity leave really soon. I'm looking to do something new with my hair. I have natural hair, so I love my hair. It's thick and healthy, but it's kind of hard for me to do right now. So I'm looking for something easy to maintain that still looks good for work. So Wendy, can you help?
Well, my natural reaction is put on a wig, because I think wigs are good for everybody. But I also understand when you want to work with your own hair. So don't worry, ladies. We reached out to friend of the show at Pantene, our friends of the show at Pantene, and they've come to the rescue. Pantene celebrity hairstylist Tippy Shorter is backstage, and she's already started on their hair. So Tippy, what can we expect?
Hi, Wendy. I'm here with Shayla and Natasha, and I'm here giving them a full hair refresh. I'm using the Pantene Truly Natural and Truly Relaxed collections to give them great styles that are easy and beautiful. Most importantly, they can maintain on their own. So I'm going to get back to work, and I'll show you results a little later in the show.
Tippy has gorgeous hair herself. I can't wait to see the finishing results, Tippy. Everybody keep clapping. Up next, it's time for our weekly Hot Talk. We've got our panelists here. It's actress, comedian Ali Wentworth, radio host Rita Cosby, and pop culture pundit Jawn. So hurry back. And that means it's time for another roundtable Hot Talk. I love this. Joining me are actress, comedian, and author of Ali in Wonderland, Alexandra Wentworth. And Emmy Award winner and the host of WOR radio program, one of my favorites, The Rita Cosby Show. It's Rita Cosby. And TV journalist and editor of alwaysalist.com. It's Jawn. It's good to see you again. Good to see all of you. Okay. Is that Sherry Shepherd in the audience? Sherry, what you doing? You're great friends with Jawn, so you dropped by.
Jawn is one of my best friends. I've known him for over a decade, so I'm here to support.
Yes. Okay.
Her husband let me barter today.
Let's get the.
That's weird. I thought you were here for me, but that's cool. I actually thought she was here for me. Thank you, Sherry. Wait a minute.
How's Barbara, by the way?
Barbara is great. She will be getting out, and she'll be back with us next week. I'm
good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great.
All right, so let's get started. Everyone is still talking about this Beyoncé lip-syncing performance, the national anthem at Monday's inauguration of President Obama. Some people say that lip-syncing is just what artists do, and other people say that, no, it's cheap and it's deceptive. I personally don't care. I just want to look at her and I want her to sing. We know she can sing. What's the big deal? Ali, what's the big deal?
I will tell you, Wendy, what the big deal is.
Okay.
Okay, don't yell. I was very disappointed, and I'll tell you why. We know she's a great singer. I love Beyoncé. Yeah? But I think at the president's inauguration, you should belt it out. I mean, Marilyn Monroe was not lip-syncing Happy Birthday, Mr. President back in the day.
She was inside. It wasn't so cold out.
I think we would forgive her if her voice cracked a few times.
I couldn't disagree more. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, the greatest voice of all time, your friend, she said after doing it 4 years ago, if she had to do it all over again, she would have pre-recorded her voice, her vocals, because the weather and stuff, she wasn't pleased with her performance.
But also criticized her a little bit. And look, this
They took the first part of her quote out of
James
context.
Madison. Yeah. I agree with Ali. This is the president of the United States.
It's history.
Come on.
Thank you. That's exactly right.
You can err on the side of caution and perfection for history. Super Bowl.
All right.
Whitney Houston, Diana Ross, Barry Manilow. They've all lip-synced. Yo-Yo Ma didn't even play his instrument 4 years ago. Yo-Yo Ma faked the instrument 4 years ago.
But James Taylor,
he did not lip-sync.
He did not, nor did Kelly Clarkson. And by the way, you guys, I want to know.
Yeah, but they're not performing halftime at the Super Bowl where they have to preserve their pipes for a great
So
performance.
now she can make it up to us on February 3rd.
No, she's going to be lip-syncing there too.
No, she doesn't.
No, she's going to have to dance and booty shake.
By the way, she's got some good moves.
Yes, she does. But can you dance and sing at the same time?
I certainly can.
By the way,
we know that Beyoncé
right now. I'm not really talking. The producers are
We know that Beyoncé has the vocal capability of singing live. We're not talking about Paula Abdul or Britney Spears here. We're talking about one of the greatest voices in contemporary music right now.
Where do we draw the line? Why don't we have the president take the oath of office and let's lip sync
He did the day before.
Yeah, right.
He did the day before.
We got the bootleg version.
They lip synced the whole ceremony.
That's ridiculous.
When you perform for the President of the United States, you perform for the President of the United States.
And
You
she
don't
did.
lip-sync.
Whether
And
she
she's good at
whether
that.
she recorded the voice the night before or not, you still heard it that day.
She has the jitters. She's the neo. Come on, she is a wonderful, amazing performer. And I've covered many inaugurations as a journalist, you guys. This is such a beautiful. We live in the greatest country in the world.
And good side part.
And that's better than the oath of
And when she
office.
took her coat off, Joe Biden was like, whoa.
Of course.
What about Bill Clinton and Kelly Clarkson? That was
Another whoa.
All right, let's move on. The National Enquirer is doing this reporting about Tiger Woods. They're saying that he desperately wants to get back with his ex-wife, Elin. He has even reportedly offered her a $200 million prenup, which she's considering, but she also wants him to add $350 million more, which is an anti-cheating clause. So the question to the panel is, should Elin take Tiger back? I'll go first.
No! By the way, he still has that much money?
Yes! And furthermore, I think that Elin should consider it, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh,
Wendy,
Wendy.
don't be cheap.
Sherry is nodding.
Selling your soul for money?
No, it's not about the money.
Come on,
No,
Wendy, you have higher standards
I'm
than
that girl. Listen,
Take that money.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When Elin and Tiger got together, first of all, Tiger is one of these elite athletes. He's been, an athlete geek since he was 3 years old. By the time he married Elin and had all his cool points up and everything, you got to figure the boy was then ready to test his girl getting powers.
Are you making excuses?
I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm rooting for love. I think that these people they have children and they're young enough for her to.
Wendy, I have a news flash. Guess what? It was in the paper just the other day that Tiger Woods is dating, as of November, Lindsey Vonn, the Olympic skier who looks like Elin. So
Listen,
he has a true love.
I'm rooting for money. She got a huge payday the first time when they got a
Like
divorce.
$100 million.
If she goes back and they split again, she gets a huge payday. It's a win-win situation for her, and the kids are happy.
All right. So you need to marry Tiger Woods. If that's your standard,
Nah,
you go for it.
It
Not
sets
my
a
party.
very bad precedent. Understand, I would get together with him for $500, so I'm not. But I think it's a very bad message for her. Doesn't she have enough money for the kids?
She has $100 million.
That's
It wouldn't be about money. What it would be about is her putting her family back together and him understanding the error of his ways.
Lindsey Vonn, let's see, maybe Lindsey can come over for dinner.
If
She
that
should
story
get
is true,
Lindsey, that
Kobe
story
and Vanessa seem to be
feeling-
functioning
And
in reconciliation.
I'm rooting for you too, Kobe and Vanessa.
I'm with
Go
you.
for Charlie Sheen. Don't you think Charlie Sheen is safer than Tiger Woods for her? Come on.
No, and I also think that what Arnold Schwarzenegger did was worse than what Tiger Woods did.
Much
terrible.
Much
Because there was a child
terrible.
involved in
Terrible.
deception.
Yeah. And he looked in her eye and they had a relationship.
And the woman was in the house
And she
cleaning
looked like
her underwear
Broomhilda.
every day.
Which is probably the
No
most
offense.
insulting part.
And she doesn't ski.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break, everybody. Up next, riddle me this. Is it okay to have sex with an ex? Find out what we say on the panel next. We're back with our Hot Talk panel. Okay, there's a new study that finds nearly half of all people between the ages of 17 and 24 have had sex with their ex. The study also says that this is the kind of behavior that is not necessarily emotionally helpful. So the question is, what do we think? And not just between 18 and 24, but
Thank
in
God.
general. Rita, we'll start with you.
I think it's a bad idea. I think emotionally, as you hit on, because you're torn. I think physically, the same study also said that it leads to promiscuous sex because you're so comfortable with the guy, you might not use condoms, you might not do other things. If the guy didn't bring you 4th of July fireworks the first time, don't go back for a sparkler or a cherry bomb.
Yeah.
You know what? You settled it.
Ali, what do you say?
Oh, well,
I
always had sex with my exes, but it
Have you told
wasn't.
George that?
I was
Have you
gonna
told
say, does George know?
Stephanopoulos that?
No, I assume he's doing his own thing.
Okay. We dated. George and I dated, by the way.
I'm sure you did. I believe me. No, my feeling is before I got married, when I was almost a virgin, I slept with a lot of my exes, but it was really out of neediness for me. It was like, it was usually they left me. I mean, can you imagine? But they did. And I was always like, I wanted to sleep with them, and that idea of like I would get them back and then I could dump them. That's always a fantasy.
That's not the healthy way to do it.
Not when you're covered in STDs, no.
Yeah, and look at you. Look at the way you turned out.
I am the face of chlamydia now.
Oh, God. In the words of the great scholar L. Varner, sometimes you got to go back for a refill. And as long as you can get in and get out without getting emotionally attached, and you have to make sure, because I have 2 friends who went back in with their exes, and then the exes finally got pregnant once they were ready to be over.
Whoa.
So you got to be making
it sound like it's a gas station. Go for a refill.
If it's a good experience, sometimes you want to revisit that situation.
No, get a vibrator. Why would you want to revisit that? He broke your heart and hurt your feelings or whatever.
Wait a minute, did you tell him to use a vibrator?
No, because that won't work for me. I'm not wrong show.
You're an ex for a reason. And when I was thinking of this story, when getting this panel together, I said, I have never in my life gone back to be with an ex. Like, if I don't want you, when I'm done, I'm done. And I think it's emotionally...
You're emotionally involved.
Maybe it's different for guys.
Especially for women.
Yeah, no, I know.
I was on the Amtrak today, and in my mind, I was revisiting one of my exes. It just was great.
That's a safe way to do it.
By the way, I've been, in the news business, I've been covering this case of Jodi Arias. This is the Arizona case.
Yeah.
She goes back, visits her ex. Guess what? She kills him. All these emotions.
Well, she's a bona fide wackadoo.
That's don't go back with exes.
The rule there is don't sleep with wackadoos. You got to know if they're a wackadoo before you first sleep with them in the beginning.
Well, at the very least, I would advise you, if you're going to go back and sleep with your ex, then don't spend the night. Grab your stuff and scram when it's done.
Run.
I want to thank my panelists for being here. This is a lot of fun. For more information on the panelists, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, it's time for Wendy Viewer Celebrity Lookalikes. Keep it here. A lot of Wendy viewers think that they look like celebrities, so it's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. Here we go. All right, our first celebrity lookalike comes from Andrew R., who watches our show in Clackamas, Oregon. Andrew says that he looks like the actor Shia LaBeouf. Okay, here's the real Shia. Now, Andrew, you better bring it, because you know I love my Shia. All right, now here's Andrew. Yup, you brought it. You. By the way, recently, Shia admitted that he dropped acid to get into character for a movie role coming up. Yeah. Okay. Our next celebrity lookalike comes from Jamad R., who watches The Wendy Show in Beaumont, Texas. Jamad says his best friend looks like Nicki Minaj. So here's the real Nicki Minaj. And here's Jamad's friend. Yeah. Yeah. Lukewarm response by the audience. I say yeah, yup. And Jamad, I wonder if your friend has Nicki's attitude on American Idol. Okay. Our next celebrity lookalike comes from Lindsay G., who watches The Wendy Show in St. Paul, California. Lindsay says that her sister Hannah looks like the actress Julia Roberts. So here's the real Julia Roberts. And here's a photo of Hannah. It's the smile and the angle of the picture. You look like you're in the same tribe as Julia. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Our next celebrity lookalike comes from Nichelle E. Nichelle watches our show in Aurora, Colorado. Nichelle says that her son Elijah looks like Tiger Woods. Here's the real Tiger. And let's look at Elijah. Yes. 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 Son of Tiger Woods. Let's just hope when he gets to be a grown man, he doesn't behave like Tiger Woods. Okay, Don C. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Don C. watches our show in St. Louis, Missouri. And Don says strangers walk up to him all the time and tell him that he looks like Jamie Foxx. So here's the real Jamie Foxx. And here's Don. What do you think? Right? Startling. You know, Jamie is currently starring in the Oscar-nominated movie Django Unchained. Thank you all so much for sending your photos. I love celebrity look-alike. If you've ever been told that you look like a celebrity, why don't you go to wendyshow.com and shoot it over to us. And if we like it, we'll include it in a show, okay? All right, keep it here. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Celebrity Pantene hairstylist Tippy Shorter. She's working on hair, one of our makeover hairs, and she's got another one to work on. I can't wait to see the results later on in the show. Thank you so much, Pantene and Tippy. Right now it's time, though, for Ask Wendy.
How you doing, Wendy?
How you doing?
5 years ago, Wendy, I hooked up with a guy, and I really liked him, but the thing is we lost contact. Now, just recently this year, I saw him, and the only thing is he doesn't recognize me, doesn't know who I am. Now, I don't know if I should remind him who I am and let him know that we have hung out before.
And hooked up?
Yeah, or if I should let it go and just see what happens.
Do you remember the circumstance of the hookup? Were there drinks or weed involved?
He was in his party days.
Okay.
But, you know, it seemed genuine, it seemed real.
Is there anybody in his life right now that witnessed that you guys might have hooked up and so they'll remind him anyway?
Yeah. And I don't know to bring it up because I just don't want to go wrong.
I bring it up because it's clear that it wasn't because the sex was bad or that he didn't like you. If he was doing drugs, then his mind was foggy and he didn't remember.
Yeah.
I would remind him, but don't remind him in a you're pining for him way. Remind him as in, don't you remember? He's so silly. Yeah,
Yeah,
like that.
just let him know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let him know, sure.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing, Wendy?
Good, how are you?
Great, thank you. My name is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you? My 10-year-old daughter, every time I step out the house, whether it's to the supermarket or nights out with the girls, she's always constantly calling me. And if I let it go to voicemail, she calls everybody in the family looking for me.
I understand.
How do I stop her from calling me so much?
Well, she has what they call separation anxiety.
She's 10.
But she's the same 10-year-old who, when she's 12, she'll be frightened to go to sleepaway camp. When she's 17, she will not apply to Mount Holyoke because she doesn't want to leave, your house in New Jersey. Right. You got to stop this, And let me ask you this even deeper: are you a single parent?
Yes.
Okay. I figured that just because she's scared that she will lose. Because there's so much on TV, and she's scared that she's going to lose her primary parent. That's my opinion.
She has a relationship with her dad, so she calls him also.
Yeah, but mom is in the house, and moms are usually the primary parent in the case of divorce and stuff like that. What I would do is I would get a better caretaker for your daughter and let the caretaker understand that this is what she does. Keep her occupied and talk to your daughter. Talk to your daughter alone about this, because she's got to stop.
Yes.
She's got to stop, because otherwise she won't grow up to be a healthy adult willing to spread her wings and go out into the world.
Absolutely.
She's got to get from under you.
Yes.
All right. Very well. Good luck with that. Oh, you know what? One more thing. Talk to the pediatrician about that, too. I know a pediatrician is not a mind doctor, but they're usually very close. If you're like me, then you're very close with the pediatrician.
Yes.
Talk to the pediatrician.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Everybody, up next, don't miss our big reveal, our hair makeover. It's going to be good. Keep it here. Throughout the show, we've been giving two Wendy watchers, Shayla and Natasha, a hair makeover with Pantene celebrity stylist Tippy Shorter. And she's here with the results. Welcome back, Tippy.
Thanks for having me.
Your hair looks beautiful as
Thank you.
usual. So tell us about Shayla and Natasha.
Well, these ladies have had trouble styling and maintaining their hair. I mean, some days of us, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Shayla's natural and Natasha's relaxed. And what they have in common is that both of their hair is really dry and weak. So I use the Pantene Truly Relaxed and Truly Natural collections to put back in the moisture and give them some strength that was needed. And of course, I did some cutting, some rezhuzhing, some reshaping.
Yeah.
And, gave them great looks that they'll be able to maintain on their own.
Well, it's time for the big reveal, so let's do it. Natasha is tired of the flat, frizzy, and uneven look, and she wants something more manageable and easy to do. So come on out, Natasha, let's see. Oh, wow, looks like new hair. Oh, my gosh. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Natasha, can you do this? Woo! It's nice. How do you feel?
Oh my God, I feel so great. It's great.
Now,
I love
Tippy,
the cut.
tell us what you did. You clipped the ends and...
I did. Well, she had a lot of hair, but it was dry and brittle, and you could basically see through it. So why have all this hair if you can't curl it?
Yeah.
So I gave her just a chop, and that's what anyone with fine or flat hair should do. Just start with a really solid line because it gives it a lot of body and a lot of volume.
Now, she's gonna have to use the flat iron on this?
She can definitely use the flat iron, but she can wrap it every night. But what's important is starting with a good foundation. So I use the Pantene Truly Relax shampoo and conditioner on her to really, just kick in that moisture and give her a great foundation.
Nice, very nice, Natasha. Okay, and our next hair makeover is Shayla. Shayla is a newlywed, and she's got 3 children, and she wants a new look for when she returns to work. So come on out, Shayla, let's see. I like the texture. Thank you. I like what you've done. Okay. So Shayla's not a perm girl. She likes to go natural. What have you done?
She's natural. Well, she actually used to wear a texturizer, so her ends were straight, so I let them go. Okay. And like you said, you love her texture. That was the Pantene Truly Natural collection, the custard. It's amazing. Once I cut off her hair and shampooed and conditioner, I used the custard from the natural collection, and her curls just kicked right in. Her texture, her definition kicked right in. She has amazing shine, amazing bounce, and she can definitely do this daily.
And congratulations on the babies and the newlywed and stuff.
Thank you.
How do you feel, Shayla?
I feel amazing. I love my curls.
You love your curls.
I do.
That looks nice.
It's perfect on her face.
Thank you very much, ladies. And thank you, Tippy Shorter, for these fabulous hair transformations. You always have such good knowledge about the products and things. For more information about the Pantene products used today, go to wendyshow.com. Keep it here. We'll be right back. Today, I want to thank my guests for helping to make it happen. Ali Wentworth, Rita, Cosby, and Jawn Merry. Celebrity hairstylist Tippy Shorter, you're amazing as usual. And my fabulous co-host, my studio audience. Thank you all for being here. So, on Monday, we're kicking off Live Like a Star Month. Plus, we've got from Mob Wives, the one and only Big Ange is going to be here. And from the TV show Dallas, the legendary Linda Gray is stopping by. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.